Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today we discuss a model that was originally launched early in the history of the manufacturer Greubel Forsey. Debuted in 2007, this is the Greubel Forsey Tourbillon 24 seconds, the 24-second tourbillon, whereas the first Greubel Forsey tourbillon watch was a double tourbillon with a inner cage inclined at 30 degrees. This one features a single tourbillon carriage, but making a full circuit every 24 seconds and inclined at 25 degrees. We'll go into why that is in a moment, but let's talk about the essential features of the exterior. In pink gold, 43.5 millimeters in diameter, 16.4 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 52.2 millimeters with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Believe it or not, but as Greubel Forsey watches go, this one's actually fairly easy to wear. My wrist is 16 centimeters circumference, and while this is a large watch and prominent, it's by no means ungainly. I could wear this quite confidently, and you see the further away you move from the camera, the better a watch looks like this. You always need to see it in the context of the person's arm and hand size, because after all, we wear these things on our bodies, not our disembodied wrists. Taking a look down the barrel, you can see the lugs are out to the edge of my 16 centimeter wrist, but I'm pulling the strap kind of tight here. The lugs are not beyond. Over the top always exaggerates the width a bit. This down the barrel is always the true view. And you can see that it should fit underneath jacket cuffs, just not tight dress sleeves. So, a little note about the strap. This is the latest OEM strap from Greubel Forsey. Debuted in 2021, it is entirely synthesized from non-animal sources. So this has a few advantages. First, save the beasts and whatnot. It is the humane option that Greubel and Forsey have elected. You may not care about that, but you will care about the fact that it lasts longer, which saves you money. And it's particularly tolerant of sweat, salt, and moisture in a way that leather is not, so it's longer lasting. And the suede underside is supremely comfortable, which, as this is a sybaritic pleasure, we should all agree is a welcome upgrade. Taking a look at the buckle, surprisingly, not every Greubel Forsey has a folding clasp. Some of them have pin buckles. You can see this right there. Unrock, that's Cornu spelled backwards, and sure enough, Cornu is the supplier of this component. I would say that the internal part of the clasp is the only piece of this watch that is recognizably off the shelf from a supplier. Everything else is extremely bespoke. Here's the buckle with the Greubel Forsey logo. Note the double finish. We have both polish and satin. And things do get quite extravagant as we move towards the case. Now, Greubel Forsey is the product of Audemars Piguet, Renaud Papy, and Completime veterans, Robert Greubel and Stephen Forsey. Stephen, an Englishman, Robert, a Frenchman. Despite his name, he is French. And so Robert often oversees executive functions at the brand, as well as some of the aesthetic elements of the watches, whereas Stephen has more of a technical remit at the company. So Robert's unique designs tend to be very nuanced, and if you look at this lug from this angle, you can see how dished and inward bowed it is. It bows inward and has sort of a complex concave curvature with an irregular radius. It's very complex, and as you can see, welded to the case, this is a welded lug case, beautifully hand decorated and handmade, as lug welding is not for the faint of heart. You'll also appreciate the satin finish at the mid case, the lacquered logo on the crown, and the little viewport built in so you can more easily appreciate that 25-degree inclined 24-second tourbillon. Note the free-sprung architecture for precise adjustment and shock resistance, as well as the overcoil hairspring to ensure that it breathes concentrically in any orientation with respect to gravity. That is right. This is a tourbillon that genuinely cancels out the effects of gravity. The dial, though silvered, it's a silver white, it is made of solid gold. So the case is gold and the dial is solid gold. The hands and the indices are gold. The scale for the power reserve indicator is white gold and lacquered. And so we have a 72-hour power reserve courtesy of twin fast rotating barrels. I believe they define fast as one rotation every 3.2 hours. It helps to even out the torque curve. So instead of having a torque curve that goes up and down and lags at the end and surges at the beginning, you have a flat plateau for isochronous or even timekeeping operation. And because the tourbillon is 24-second, we have a conventional 60 seconds display right here. Taking a look at that tourbillon, you can see the tourbillon bridge itself is rounded and mirrored, and not just the bridge, but also the hyperboloid pylons on which it sits. This kind of rounded and mirrored finishing is a Greubel Forsey signature. In its center, there's a golden chaton. You'll see more golden chaton cups on the back, an homage to the pocket watch era of watchmaking in La Chaux-de-Fonds, where Greubel Forsey is based. Once upon a time, a golden chaton cup was the way to precision set a jewel in a bridge or a plate. The movement, as you can see from the reverse side, is large. It measures 36.4 millimeters in diameter, so this movement by itself is slightly bigger than a standard Rolex Datejust. You could see just how fast a 24-second tourbillon operates. And notice that both the external tourbillon bridge and the internal tourbillon cage are intricately decorated. Every screw head mirror finished with its slot and its circumference chamfered. You could see the vertical and satin-finished walls of the movement around the tourbillon. And yes, it's very chatty. In a quiet room, you can hear it quite easily. Greubel Forsey has what I often describe as finish that is co-equally the best in the world. Now, finish is a couple of different elements. Yes, it's decoration, but it's also the style you choose to render your decoration. And so I'm not going to say Greubel Forsey is better than Ferdinand Berthoud, or that Ferdinand Berthoud is better than Long und Teine, or that Long und Teine is better than Aaron Beche or Philippe Dufour, just that I consider them all to be in the very top tier. Greubel Forsey uses elements that are vintage-inspired. For example, those simulated golden chaton cups, but then also frosting on the bridges. These are German silver bridges, just like an old pocket watch, nickel, copper, and zinc alloy. And then they're rhodium plated to give them a silvery sheen, and then a wire brush with stiff bristles, a little bit like the brush you'd use to clean your grill. You press the steel bristles down vertically, and you get this intricate frosting. Historically, 19th and 18th century, before Côte de Genève, this would have been applied with an acid bath. Well, that's a little bit of a mess today, so Greubel Forsey uses a wire brush. You can also see that the nameplate as well as the number plate individually cut from solid gold, that the bevels are a mile wide and beautifully rounded. This is the real deal right here. And you can see that the inward angles are almost too many to count and deeply drawn. You can see that there are circular Côte de Genève below this upper bridge. The base plate features the circular Côte de Genève and also beveling around its outer faces, coming to a beveled point in between the two solarized barrel covers. Also note the presence of both fire-blued screws in exceptionally large diameter and mirror-polished screws. This watch has both. Again, a watch that exhausts superlative. If you want the best and you buy this, you should have no regrets. If you're asking, where should I put my money if quality is my first question? Well, this is the answer to that question, Greubel Forsey. Ultimately, Greubel Forsey watches are not designed to suit every aesthetic taste. There's a little bit of bombast here. It is an extroverted, I would even say exuberant take on traditional horology. It is not for the meek or the modest. 30 meters water resistant too, so you don't want to take this one swimming. But if you want something very different of unquestionable quality, the brass ring in the world of watch collecting, Greubel Forsey. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.